Hey, what's going on, YouTube? So yes, here I am in my car, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. Share and press the like button, so hopefully I can get better views and we can go on with the algorithm of a YouTube and build up the channel. We did get a battery, so stick around and I'll let you know what we got. All right, YouTube, it is nice to see you back to the channel and interact. I see a couple subscribers here and there. I love it. It is so cool to have a nice little community. So we move forward to another chapter in our community biking, especially in this channel. Um, everybody's doing different builds, so on and so forth. Everybody's getting ready for off-season projects. Some people have done projects during the season. I really don't want to buy everything all over again, including the frame, including the forks, including the motor, the front tire, the brake disc, the discs, and so on and so forth, the handlebars, the headlights, the taillights, rewire everything. I don't want to do that. That would be an extreme makeover, which that's not what I'm looking for right now. What I'm looking for is 100% build that is not going to stop me from doing what I need to do. Exactly what is it that I'm aiming for? So I want my bike to be extremely responsive. Right now, it is responsive, better to where we started from. We started from 50% on a Cali, which is 120 amps discharge and 300, I believe, 50 peak amps, which is pretty decent. That only lasts for a couple of seconds. So yes, we moved forward from 50% to 55%, which it gave us a better kind of sneaky, uh, ride. From there, we experimented. We went to 57. We got great results, and now we went to 58% on Cali, and we still got great results. We're hitting at about 67 miles an hour. We are definitely capable of doing faster. Unfortunately, on the test ride that you guys see on my channel, um, we did 67, but again, the wind was the main problem in that video. So we did 67, which is still great. Um, I don't want to do 67 all the time. I don't want to be at 67 or higher. However, I would like my bike to be capable of doing more probably than 67 miles an hour. Our one factor that is stopping us from reaching those goals is pretty much the battery, which is, I believe, IBT battery, done by American company here in US that I bought about 2 years ago. That battery performance has been great, if not even excellent. I cannot say anything bad about it or the company. It had a 1 year warranty. That warranty had expired, and meanwhile, um, I bought a 5 amp charger, which it burned out. I bought additional one, and of course, I bought a nice charger, a second charger, where I use it out in the road, and I can set it between 1 amp and 12 amps. My battery will be capable, or is capable, of charging at 10 amps, which is normal. I would not overheat any wires inside BMS. So now moving forward, I would love to build a different lighter build. I am at 250 or 255 pounds. I fluctuate in between on and off season. So I'm on a heavier weight, unlike lots of guys 170 or 200, which is average. So looking at the statistics that I've done and I've learned, um, I needed a battery. This was one thing that held me back on this bike. Also, what held me back was the weight on its bike. So in other words, the frame on a bike is extremely heavy. It is a great frame for a different build, for a heavier build, or for stronger build, where it's extremely steady. So that's a stealth bomber frame, which is completely out of metal. However, if you're familiar with my channel, you're subscribed to, which was I definitely appreciate all the subscribers. You know that I have Stealth Bomber frame. It is all out steel and it's pretty heavy. I complained about it. Today I got it. So the biggest improvement we are doing is we are improving or upgrading on the frame. I have purchased, again, look at my channel, a enduro frame off of AliExpress for good money, and that frame, it's different than Stealth Bomber because its frame skeleton is out of steel, a really good solid steel, and also the panels and coverings all are out of PVC plastic or just plastic, which makes it much lighter. How much lighter? I don't know, but I know it's way much lighter. My very good friend Tony, he has the same exact frame. Um, we're not gonna go into details what kind of frame he has because he's got the original Enduro with the badge and all that, which I don't. But yeah, whatever it is, what it is, it'll still work for me. And his frame, it's much lighter and skinnier than my frame. Also, he has noticed, and of course he knew that, and he told me that motorcycle seat is much smaller than my Stealth Bomber frame seat. So of course I went ahead last week and we also ordered a frame motorcycle seat for that specific enduro bike frame, which is again narrower. I believe it's 2.5 inches compared to 4 inches and a quarter. So it's a big difference. I'm hoping that I will be able to extend it with Tony, sit down, and kind of, fabricate some sort of seat extension and see how that goes. And we will move on from there. It is a nice brand new frame. It's got swing arm. What have we learned from Stealth Bomber swing arm versus Enduro swing arm? That where you have your suspension in the back, that had actually sank in my bike, and we had to um, put a weld a metal plate so it doesn't sink. So that was awesome. Um, so we have that. Front forks, we're thinking about a pit bike frame. Bless me. A pit bike front forks. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I don't want to waste too much time on it. I don't want to waste too much money on it. I'll try to do my best. It is doable. I know it is doable. It's just I don't know if I'm going to have the patience. Um, Brakes, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do. If I'm going to do Shimano, Magura, or Tech, I'm not sure. I really don't know. We'll see how that's going to work. I do have the QS 205. Is that what it is? The 5,000 kilowatt motor, which performs excellent. I got it had a couple of times because I was doing high speeds to 67 miles an hour, which BMS shot me down, which we were expecting. Check that video out down below. And I think this is going to be a great build. I think you guys should just stick around, subscribe to the channel so you see how that journey is going to go. The biggest event and the reason for this video is that we have ordered a battery. Now, you're going to ask yourself, well, I hope you got, Moly cells. Moly cells are a little bit over exaggerated. They have a great discharge. Of course, I understand. They're great batteries, but they're like $8 a cell, which is ridiculously expensive. And I really don't like that. It's just too much for my packet for the purpose that I want to use. I don't have $3,300 to throw on a battery, so of course I went the other way. Um, Briefly about the battery that I ordered. It is a 72-volt nominal voltage. Tap charge is 84 volts. It is 20S and it is 70 amp hours of juice, and it is rated at 150 amps discharge continuous and at 300 discharge peak. Okay, not sure how long that 300 amp is, but again, we are going right now from 50 continuous and 100 peak, 250 continuous, and 300 peak. So I think it's a big improvement. I think we're gonna get good numbers. Again, I really don't care about how fast I could go continuously. Top speed, I hope it's good. It's better than 67. As long as I know that I'm capable of doing, let's say, the 67 miles an hour, I'm totally fine. Um, so I noticed that when I changed my setting on Kelly and I put on 57, 57 or 58%, the bike is nice and sneaky. It's like it performs great. It's got a great pickup. It just operates like a jet. It's just, oh my god, it's so smooth. This is I like that. It's very comfortable because I get to my speeds very comfortably and very quick, and I like that. And it stays there. It doesn't overheat. It doesn't shut down. It doesn't do anything whatsoever. And again, it depends how you charge it and discharge, especially if you charge it fast, you'll discharge it fast at a lower rate of discharge. And if you take your time, put it at 1 amp, you charge it for 2 days, your ride is going to be again top speeds of 67 or so miles an hour, which is suitable. It's very good for these bikes. So in regards to this enduro frame, I got it because I am already a heavy guy. I'm being considered a heavy rider. So I'm hoping to kind of peel off the unnecessary weight. Yes, the battery is huge. Yes, the battery is 70 amp hour. And yes, the battery is, 72, 84 volts. It does have a Bluetooth for the battery cell, so I can check which cell is charged and how is it charged and so on and so forth. So it's good monitoring system for the health of your battery for you to take care of it, especially in a winter or so on. It is not expensive. We'll discuss the price when it arrives. You guys know from my previous experience, I've had ordered a battery from AliExpress, 2 years ago. I never received it. I had to do the dispute. It was just a clusterfuck, and I hated it. However, I pulled a trigger because this seller just promises and it has such a great reviews. I couldn't let it bypass me. The frame, unfortunately, takes the entire Enduro frame. I will have a space for step down, no space for the controller. So I might either sit with the Kelly controller, which I'm already running as it is, so it'll be easy. I have the software, or the far driver. I don't think I'm going to be able to squeeze the Sabaton. I will try my best to place it somewhere and see if it looks and if it has aesthetics. Because if it doesn't have aesthetics, it's to me is useless. Not to call anybody out, but I saw JB360 where he stealth bomb a white one, that he bought it off of backup bank or some. I'm not sure it was, but he had it before in his videos, and he installed a far driver on the very top, and he says he likes the look. I'm not too crazy about it, but the purpose of the controller is to run the bike. If that's what it takes, guess what? It's cool. It's not. I don't care how it looks. I care how much I like the performance, how it operates. Do you see what I'm saying? His purpose and reason behind it was that he originally had the controller inside the belly, but it was getting so hot that he wanted to have it outside so it collects nice cold air. These controllers, far drivers, are completely waterproof, so getting water is not a big deal. I would be more concerned of him getting water inside the belly and collecting that water with the battery and causing corrosion or some other issues and problems or short circuit. That this is what he should be worried about. Does it look neat? I mean, look, it's just his preference. Again, if it works for him, it works for him. You can have the shittest looking bike, but man, if that bike performs the way you love it, you're gonna fall in love with it, and you're gonna like it. And that's what it's all about: enjoying your hobby. Who cares what other people think? That's the way I'm coming from. Um, so I'm hoping for the best with this battery. It is due in about a month and a half or so to be delivered. First is being shipped by sea, and then it is being delivered by FedEx, global or international deliveries. Which as you know, we had the motor sent over to us, and it was delivered to God knows where. Nobody could find it. I had to claim, and I did the claim, and I collect the money, and that was the end of that. So it kind of sucks. So I've been having problems because my address, there's 18A and there's A, so and there's a B. A just whole cluster head. Um, but this is I'm hoping for a perfect build. I'm still going to use the rear wheel, the rear motor. I'm not going any heavier, any lighter. I'm using the same tire. Maybe in the future I'll put a hard rubber motorcycle tire. This one's a bit soft, but I do like it. Tony uses on well, he used to use it on his QS motor, and now he's using mine, which is the turtle tire. Which is I found out that the compound is much harder. It's harder to bottom out on the frame. That's how I originally bended my frame, because that tire it's a little bit thinner. It's not as hard or heavy duty as I was hoping for or expecting. So we really have to keep the pressure on that tire really high at about 37 psi. So we've been doing that, and we haven't had any problems. I was lucky enough to not hit any potholes. I try to use the middle of the road, not the shoulder like I did when I busted my rim. But anyway, that's a long story, and we don't want to go there. We are focusing on the battery. So hopefully, again, this battery 70 amp hour, 70. People are rocking Molly cells 50, 55. I haven't seen too many people with 70. I was going as far as 100 amp hours. However, there is also a possibility of doing a tank of batteries with like 20 amp hours. So that would be almost 90 amp hours with a good quality battery. But I don't want to power my batteries. I don't want to go too crazy. I don't want to make the bike look like a Frankenstein project, because it already is where it's at. So I'm trying to make a clean build. I'm not going to paint it. I'm not going to put in the stickers. I'm trying to make it clean. I took the odometer slash speedometer of this bike. I'm using my cell phone as a GPS tracking device, so it tells me the speed on that. So again, I think I'm like Tony, like trying to be a simple guy where I have simple bike. I don't need a display, and I know lots of people when they do rides, they say, "Oh, it's raining. I got to cover my display, this and that." I don't have none of that. I don't care. I'm trying to make it where the bike is kind of like waterproof. I have nothing, exposed whatsoever. But yes, so this is the news about the bike. Sorry, I keep looking outside. This is the news about the bike. This is the news about the battery. We purchased the battery. Now we gotta wait. Is it going to be a repeat scenario that we had 2 years ago, and it's going to be a dilemma, a problem in my life, stress? I don't want to stress it out. If I got to stop the payment in 2 months, that's not going to be a problem. If they deliver it, great. They deliver it. We got a bike, and we got a frame, and we got a battery. We'll shove it in, and then we'll build from there. What am I going to do with the current battery that I have? I honestly want to keep it for my son's build of a kind of like a scooter. I'm hoping to pick up a scooter for dirt cheap when he's a little bit, not necessarily older, but a scooter that fits him as a 12-year-old, and it's not too heavy, and he can maneuver it. The issue is the bike, probably it's the scooter, the moped itself will be a little bit heavy, plus the battery. But again, I'll keep it, at let's say 30 miles an hour, not too fast. And these batteries, you can use them to build any project. Then on the other hand, Tony would love to buy it from me, and I also see it as a possibility. That's not a problem. I know he can use it, but again, these batteries, they are very hard to get. A good quality battery that doesn't catch on fire, doesn't give you issues or problems charging or discharging. If you're running at its specs, if you're abusing the battery going above the specs, then yeah, the BMS will shut you down, like I got shut down, and so on and so forth. We were expecting that, so that's nothing new. But this is the goal: either sell it to Tony, right, and make him happy, or keep it and use it in the in a future project, with which that would be great. There's always a use for battery. Um, like I say, I mean, I can go with a system of 52-volt for my son, and that still would be, acceptable. So, do I need to keep it? No. Do I want to keep it? Perhaps. I mean, no harm, no foul, right? Um, do I want to sell it to Tony? Yeah, sure. Why not? Let him use it. He always hunts for bargains and deals, and I think for what he wants me what he wants to give me for the battery, I think that's fair enough. It's not overpriced or underpriced. I will be happy. He will be happy. So, that's that. But again, I'm very happy with the battery. I cross fingers that it comes and we can work on it, and slowly I will transfer everything over from this frame to the other frame, and of course this Stealth Bomber frame is going to Tony's, and we kind of, I mean, I honestly um, hope that he does a great project on it. Whatever his choice is going to be as a project, I'll fully understand. I accept it. More power to him. I know that he's going to put it to a good use. That he's going to build a crazy project out of it. He has done so many different projects that they're just epic whatsoever, and I don't sweat it. I know it's going to be put to a good use. Um, Saying that, I'm going to finish this video because it's been going on for 20 minutes. But I wanted to share this purchase with you guys. How happy I am. Completely stoked, and I can't wait till I get it. Till I start shooting videos. We'll do lots of kind of like series on it, like anybody else does it, because you can squeeze it in one video. So excuse me, there'll be a video here and there just to see how the project progresses. Again, I'm building for me. That's how I see my project. I know other people will see it differently, but again, all the input that you guys have or will have, I love to hear. There's so many great people out there in the community. So many nice subscribers in my channel. They give me lots of heads up, lots of ideas. Um, there's this kid in Cali with the Stealth Bomber, the 8,000-watt motor, and he keeps overheating it. Um, because he's in the mountains, and these motors are not done or designed for mountain riding. It's very hard. It's a like I said, it's a heavy bike. So I think he should go with Far Driver, but that's just my opinion. Anyhow, 22 minutes too long. I'm going to let you guys go. Please consider subscribing to build the channel. Hopefully, we get to 1,000 subscribers, and we can move on and have the algorithm from the YouTube. The more you watch it, the more you subscribe, the more you share, the better the quality of the content and the channel. So definitely stick around and continue watching. Until then, folks, make sure you wear your gear and you'll be extremely safe out there. Things are changing. Take care.